Hello and welcome to issue 18 of the KVIN Tech Chat podcast. I can't believe that issue 18, we've come of age.
It's fantastic, isn't it, Mark? 18 episodes already, and we're flying. We're regularly hitting 100 viewers now, which is brilliant news for such a small charity.
We certainly are. And today we've got a special guest. Welcome to Veronica.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Sam. It's great to be here.
Yeah, and you're going to be talking to us later on about the new KVIN Community Champions project. So we're looking forward to hearing about that. But in the meantime, we've got some news on some new apps. Passenger Assist.
Yeah, Mark, I'm really excited about this one. It's the new passenger assistance app. So basically, anyone that travels by rail within Great Britain and would normally book assistance either when they arrive at a station or over the phone, there's now an app which is available on Android and on iOS, which will allow you to do it through the app. And basically, it's got a couple of functions. You can't buy tickets through the app. You still have to do that either online or at the station, but you can plan your journey. So you can choose various different routes if you do have to change trains on the route you're doing. And you can also obviously book the assistance. Now, the amount of detail that's gone into this app is amazing. It covers literally every physical, sensory or invisible disability thing you can think of by the size of the list of things you can kind of put about yourself in the app. So basically what you do, you'd log on, you create a profile in the app. So it just wants a few bits of information from you. So your name, a phone number and an email address. And then it asks kind of what your preferences are in terms of how you want your disability to be labelled, what the assistance you need. So basically, like on mine, it'll say I'm an assistance dog user and I'm also visually impaired. So then once you've done that, you create your profile and then it's up to you then to search for your journey. And the good thing is it will also, if you search for a station before, it'll remember that station. So it makes searching so much easier. And like I say, it's a free app as well, which is a big plus. We are Yorkshire folk and we do like the freebies. So definitely want to check out. And it's one I've not tried yet, but I am hoping to try this weekend. So hopefully we can feedback soon with how good it actually is in practice. Like I say, it's absolutely fantastic. From a VI perspective, it works brilliantly with voiceover. And also within the app, there's 4 different colorways you can choose from, different levels of contrast, different backgrounds, which again, if you're visually impaired but still using the screen, again, another fantastic feature that's been taken on board there in the development. So like I say, a fantastic app, definitely check it out if you are a regular train traveller. And you've got some more information on apps, haven't you, Mark?
I certainly have, and I'm too am looking forward to using the Passenger Assist app this weekend for a journey that we're making. It is really, really good news, because I know as we're all starting to return to travel more and more now, it's great to be able to do that rather than having to ring a call center or make an additional journey down to a station to book the assistance beforehand. Having the ability to be able to do that on the app is really going to make things much easier. So yeah, I'm talking about travel a little bit as well. And one of the new GPS apps that has been launched in the UK is something called Good Maps. Now, at the moment, it's very similar to many of the other apps that we've talked about for navigation. But the neat thing that they are hoping to be able to do is to be able to have some navigation actually within larger buildings. So, for example, if you travelled to Manchester Airport, for argument's sake, what the ultimate plan would be is as you walked around the airport, you'd be able to get information on what the various facilities were within the airport, where the toilets were, where the assistance points were, etc., etc. So it will be interesting to see how this technology develops, and it's something that will, as we always do, keep you up to date with as all of this evolves. Now, another app that we mention quite frequently on this podcast is Envision AI. And for those of you that are using Envision AI, a number of you use it on Android phones. There is a new feature that is available that will allow you to get Envision AI to describe a photo. I know this has been something that's been available for iOS users with other apps for some time, but for Android users, it's something that we haven't necessarily been able to do as easily. So if you have a photograph in your gallery, you can share it with Envision AI and it will give you a description of what's on that photograph. But what's also really neat is if there's any text within the photo, it will read that as a separate area. So it will describe the image, and then it will tell you what text there is. So we took a picture of the equipment in our sight loss centre in Huddersfield, and it describes a computer on a table, but then it gave some of the information as to what was actually on the computer screen, because we had a reading chart on the CCTV screen, and it read the few lines from the reading chart as well. So incredibly neat. We did have a good play with it on our Anything Android group that we run every fortnight as well. So quite a number of us are trying that, and again, we'll keep you updated as to how all of that progresses. So Veronica, you're here to tell us about the Community Champions project.
Certainly am, and thank you for that, Mark. That was really interesting. I'm new to KVIN, but I'm really happy and excited to talk to you about our Community Champions project. And my role in that is the coordinator for the champions. So just a little bit of background. KVIN basically are working with Kirklees Council, and the aim of the project is to increase take-up of the COVID-19 vaccine throughout Kirklees, basically. And the other aspect, of course, is to address any hesitancy around the vaccine. So it's a really exciting project, but it's also a crucial project, because many of you will know that unfortunately the area that we're looking after, Kirklees, has been in the news quite frequently throughout the pandemic for being an area of concern. So this work is fundamental to the safety of our residents. I'm really pleased to be working with a group of champions who are doing a great job in helping me support this project. It's a 6-month project. It will end in September. And currently we're trying to get, certainly with our visual impaired service users, we're trying to get to them and get to find out the real nitty-gritty concerns that people have about getting the vaccine, if in fact they have got any. Because clearly for those people, there could be things that they're not telling us about, that they're just not going for the vaccine because it's too hard to get there. There could be transport issues. As with all disability groups, and as with all community groups, in fairness, there are reasons why people want the vaccine but are just hesitant and they're not going for it. So in a nutshell, that's what the project's about. It's about getting those numbers up in terms of vaccine uptake, and also trying to reduce those hotspot areas where the take-up is low and the numbers are high, and there's quite a few of those in our immediate vicinity.
And I think it's great that you're going out there really to understand what the needs are of people with sight loss, and what it is that might be affecting them specifically in terms of accessing the vaccine.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. And that is our prime aim, if you like, is to look after those people and our service users, and for them to pass messages on, of course, to anyone that they can help as well. So it's a bit of a chain reaction type thing. If we all pass those crucial messages on, and we all point people in the right direction for support if they have got any concerns, then it can only be good for the whole of our community. Yeah. Following the work we've been doing over the last couple of months, we're going to, from July, hopefully we're going to be out and about in the wider community a bit more, so spreading those messages even wider, having those vital conversations, and then taking that feedback back to Kirklees Council in a very timely manner, of course, because if anyone's got a concern, it needs to be addressed as quickly as possible. So we're kind of acting as the conduit between the community and Kirklees.
Excellent. Well, we'll look forward to hearing about that as well and how it all develops in the next few weeks and months. And I'm sure you'll be back on the Tech Chat podcast.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, actually, is this for me to, and topical, actually, as we come to the close of Volunteers Week. Just wanted to say a massive thank you to the community champions who are working alongside me, for their support, for their dedication, and, you know, they're just always at the end of the phone when I need them. So thanks to everybody.
If you do want to check out some of our content in terms of Volunteer Week, do have a look at our YouTube channel, because there are some special thank you messages from ourselves as a staff team, as well as a really interesting special feature on experiences that our volunteers have had working with us over the last year. So do check those out. Sam, you've got an update in terms of our KVIN roadmap.
I have, yeah. We are still going ahead at the minute with our KVIN roadmap out of lockdown. Very exciting. We're looking at the full return to face-to-face services. We have started some one-to-one provision at the minute. But from the 21st of June, the week commencing that day, we're looking at the return to the group sessions and a lot more one-to-one support. So on Wednesday, there will be a group session and one-to-one support available in Batley. On Thursday, we're still waiting for Dewsbury to confirm at the town hall, but we're hoping to be back in the town hall then, and also be offering one-to-one support in Huddersfield in the Brian Jackson Centre. And then on Friday, we'll have the Huddersfield group, again in our office in Huddersfield. But in the meantime, don't forget, anyone can get in touch with us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, YouTube, via the website. And we still have our Zoom and phone sessions going as well. So everyone can still keep involved up to that day and on from then as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a really important thing at the moment. We are, maintaining both services. We're starting to introduce the face-to-face. And from a personal point of view, I just want to say how wonderful it's been actually to be back in Huddersfield and start seeing people face to face again, and to be working with our chair David Cornby in the Huddersfield office. That's been great over the last few weeks. I have really enjoyed that. Lots going on. Thanks to Veronica for joining us as well and telling us about that really, really exciting project that's happening within Kirklees and our wider community. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our KVIN channel if you're accessing this through YouTube, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you can keep up to date with this and any other materials that we produce. It really does help that YouTube channel. We're on 93 subscribers and we've got over 9,000 views. So come on, let's help us get that to over 10,000 over 100 subscribers. And you never know, Sam, we might do a special.
We might.
We might do, yeah. But we won't say too much more about that because we want them to like and we want them to subscribe. Okay, well, that brings us to the end of issue 18. Thanks to Sam, thanks to Veronica. From myself, Mark, it's goodbye for now.
And from me, Sam, goodbye from me.
And thanks for inviting me along. See you again soon.
Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.